This short story is called The Hell of a Company, made by me, Sean Pearson. Here in Universe 666, everything sucks. You thought Universe 666 was bad? This one is worse, and it only gets worse the deeper you go, until you reach the real hell. Man, why do we have to go to this universe, George? Jerry said. We need to collect samples of this place. The bigger the better, George replied. This is Universe 666. For Christ's sake. Nothing is good the deeper we go. Heck, it even gets worse, Jerry said. Jerry, stop your constant talking. You want that money to feed your family, don't you? So shut up and search for samples, George said. They then hopped out of the ship and explored. The landscape made no sense at all. Floating skeletons everywhere. Big red eyes peering over the sky. They knew the eyes weren't real, just a side effect of this universe, but it still brought Jerry chills. How long do we have to be here? How big is our quota? Jerry asked. Until we find around a ton of sample, George said. Hey, wait, I found something, Jerry told him as he walked to what he saw. He found a skull that appeared to be made up of an orange metal. Oh, great. The boss man will love this one. Pop it into the crate. Crate 1 to be exact, George replied. Jerry put the skull into the crate, and they continued looking for samples. Big samples. The bigger the better, the company always said. Jerry, however, hated the company. He didn't like going to different universes and nearly dying, but he needed the money. However, no amount of complaining will get him anywhere in life. It will only get him deeper into the hell his life already was. Hey, I found another thing. It looks like a ribcage, George suddenly said. It looks like the same material. Well, pop it into the same crate so we can get out of here faster, Jerry told George, a bit demanding. George put it into the crate and continued walking. Suddenly, a flash came from a distant hell forest. George and Jerry quickly picked up a plasma gun and aimed it. However, nothing came. The only thing was this weird sound of muffled screaming and pained screams. It only got louder the closer they got to the forest. I have a bad feeling about this, George, Jerry told him. I do too, but we can't leave until we have all of the samples. Just keep your gun up. We are super lucky not to have been attacked yet. Normally it happens as soon as you set foot here, George told Jerry as he shot a tree. So they worked together and chopped the tree up and put it all into crate 1. Hey George, I found something good. It's over here. Jerry pointed into the direction of a ruined building. Great looking, Jerry. Let's go, George replied excitedly. They practically ran to it, the cart speeding up with them. George, we are close, Jerry told him. However, they ran into something. A big, giant skeleton. Flames surrounding it, turning it into a flame skeleton. Oh crap. Jerry, shoot! George said, already dumping a load of plasma bullets into it. Jerry got behind the skeleton and also started to shoot. However, it fought back and sent fireballs at them. George screamed out in pain as he got badly burned. Jerry hopped onto the skeleton's back and started to beat its head with the plasma gun. Then, as soon as the gun recharged, Jerry sent a ton of bullets into the skeleton's head, killing it. Its body fell sideways, and he quickly let go. Jerry also got burned badly, and it hurt a ton. You good, George? Jerry asked. Yeah, 'tis but a scratch, George said as he stood up in pain. Jerry, let's just get that skeleton's body and find more samples quickly, George told him. They then began to load everything of the skeleton's body into the crates, and it took up 4 crates alone, and filled up half of the quota, just 1,000 more pounds left. So with that, they continued to the ruined building and went inside, and were immediately greeted with tons of riches. Gold everywhere, jewelry everywhere. It was a dream for them. However, they failed to see that it was too good to be true, and were already loading it up. It took up a ton of the quota. Only 249 pounds are left. exactly the weight of George. Let's get back to the landing pod. We can find more samples on the way, George told him as he started to walk back. Jerry simply complied and walked with him. So they walked, and surprisingly didn't get attacked. Yet they were already back. Okay, we are here. Let's chill for a moment before going to find more samples, Jerry said to George. Suddenly, a big giant sound rang out. It was so loud that their eardrums were close to bursting. What the hell was that? Jerry said, frightened. I don't know, George said. Before Jerry could speak, something sneaked behind George and went inside of him, forcefully ripping George's organs out one by one. George screamed, but he soon couldn't anymore. The thing took over his body and attacked Jerry. Jerry was close to throwing up, but didn't. Instead, he shot at it, and once his plasma gun ran out, he started to hit the thing hard until it died. Jerry quickly loaded George's body onto it, and all of his organs, to perfectly get to the quota. Then, as soon as it hit the quota, a giant ship came and used anti-gravity to bring Jerry in the cart back into the ship. Then, it flew off at a speed greater than light. The end.